All right, first off, let me say this is the subject about Blerd Con or Blerd Con and the influencer situation versus it's supposed to be about cosplay, anime, and that type of situation, but influencing has kind of taken over spaces where it was supposed to be just to chill and anime other cosplayers, and people are too much worried about turning it into content. But let me go on and finish the rest of the story. I just had to put what the subject is about first and foremost. I made a comment a long time ago, and apparently it's now resurfacing like a year or something ago. Where this content creator, I'm not giving them any names because I felt like them trying to defend Blerd Con to an extreme nature instead of hearing out people when they said that there was a lot of issues that happened at Blerd Con. Matt, one of your issue was that you DM me on saying that in the past couple of years they have not been uh helping or taking care of situations where people are being problematic, belligerent, and not really doing much about it, as in safety concerns for Blerd Con. And also the fact that you said this particular content creator also have some very stark views that kind of is a little bit suspect. But I brought up the case about Blerd Con about the situation where uh they had a cosplay contest. The person ended up also being non-black, and they cosplay was bought. Now that goes into a whole subject about if you're gonna enter a cosplay contest, you need to know where your costume is at so you can be put in the appropriate place and not take up somebody else that put a hard lot of work into their content. But that did cause a really big issue at BlerdCon, and it's still an issue for a lot of cosplayers who really care about cosplay. That the fact that that situation even came to happen. But also at the same time, the whole conversation was also stemming from the situation that happened also at DreamCon, where it felt more like an influencers convention instead of cosplay, anime, and everybody coming, getting together and finding your people. And we also don't really want that to be a situation with Blerd Con or any con for that fact. And the fact that I also brought up, which hit this creator's sore spot, and seeing that they needed to send me a screenshot of stuff like that, that the original person of Blerd Con or the person who came up with the concept of Blerd Con was really didn't want to really make it wanted to make it a space for everybody else. I mean, yes, and we encourage people who are non-black to come and see the culture, which is what black blurs and nerds are about. That's the whole point of BlerdCon, is for black people to be there, and you get to go and see all of the different stuff through black content creators, black cosplayers, black in general, what we do. And you are invited. But also at the same time, the fact that the original, maker of BlerdCon literally said like it's stuff out there that they was never really intending to they wanted to have it be uh like the every other convention, and not really was originally gonna make it for a black space. Let's not forget that. But this creator seemed like that hit a nerve and sending me the photo picture or whatever that was and stuff. And so I just ended up de-escalating the situation because, I was getting a little bit annoyed with them because it was already to me by um looking at their page that they was the person that was like just doing cosplay on the surface to get people in for views, but they really an influencer. Now I'm not gonna knock, influencers that incorporate cosplayers, but just to let you know, people can tell if you really genuine about your cosplay doings or you just using it as a way to get more people in to yo content and not really cosplay in general. So people can tell that, and I see that they was kind of going their route, and more as Matt said, the creator was more concerned about the party lifestyle and um the gathering and the trying to worry about the party side, but you got to have safety. You got to make sure that the con is taking care of the needs of the people who are coming to this place to be in a safe environment, to make sure that there is no discrimination or issues arising, and it's a place for blurs black nerds to be in and find other black nerds. And it was kind of really disappointing that content creator was also looked like me and was kind of acting that way. So it was like, bro, as a cosplayer, we not gonna forget that, and we shouldn't, and make that a reminder that they need to do better for the overall environment for everybody to enjoy, whether you black or not, and you come into a Blerd Con is the thing. But also the fact that Matt has told me they have some questionable views as well. But I just at that point, like, I just decided, oh, okay, cool, cool, okay, because at that point, like, a lot of people talking about, y'all keep bringing that up. Yeah, we gonna keep bringing that up so we can make sure it's a safe space for us to still be chill at. And also with the situation of influencers coming in instead of enjoying the atmosphere and the booths and the tables and panels and whatever else is going on, cosplay contest and all that, and not about the content. No, it's about places where we can find other black cosplayers and other, black entrepreneurs and just all of that in general without the BS of dealing with people who do not accept what cosplayers do, or, you know, us being black in a space that's predominantly white. And also the issue of, you can't cosplay this character when it's a big whole convention that conveys that. But people do it at other conventions, but this is supposed to be that biggest representation. So that's why I kind of like just like, okay, bro, okay. Because I'm like, you saying all of this, but you just trying to support the party, the good side, instead of we got to bring that attention so they know, hey, we gonna continue to make sure that Blerd Con be a space for us. You ain't gonna play in our face. So I just wanted to kind of, if my comments on that start getting around, that's what I wanted to put my 2 cents on it and stuff, because I refuse to give that content creator any space for that kind of mess. We still gonna bring it up no matter what, so they can do better. So Blerd Con can do better. Thank you.